Hello there. Welcome back to Elements in Focus. My name is Grant Soliven, Manager of Advisor Operations, and with me always Director of Financial Planning, Rheaume. We're so grateful you're spending time with us here in Elements in Focus. Thanks again for tuning in for those that are regulars, for those of you that are new. What Aaron and I try to do is we try to break down what we consider our 5 critical elements and provide you little golden nuggets that you can take and add to your situation and think through that may improve your situation, because at the end of the day, what we have seen and our team has seen over time is that if we don't break these out individually and assess what can go on inside of them that can fail, we often set ourselves up to not have our financial dreams play out the way we intended. So today we're going to focus on legacy planning, and inside of that, and again, we're at year end here, the clock's about to strike midnight, we're going to move into 2024, and so before we do that, we want to make sure that inside your legacy plan, your beneficiaries are correct, and you have a plan in the future to review them. Aaron, walk through why it's so important.
Yeah, we as a team at FEG evaluate beneficiaries annually. We want to make sure, are they the most up to date? Is there a potential issue with an ex-spouse that may be on as a beneficiary of something that's no longer needed to be there? It is critically important to make sure that you have the correct beneficiaries on your accounts. The other thing that we do is making sure that you have beneficiaries on accounts. So if you have IRA assets or Roth assets or a brokerage account, make sure you have beneficiaries listed, because what we're trying to do is help you avoid probate. So just making sure that the accounts that you do have actually have beneficiaries, because we've seen time and time again where someone may have an account that does not have a specific beneficiary listed. The other thing is making sure that the beneficiaries that you have follow your legacy plan, so that plan review. Grant and I talk about this all the time. Not all beneficiaries are equal. And that doesn't mean that they're not equal in the sense that you don't love your kids or your children equally. That's not the case for most people. You do love them equally, but maybe there's a discrepancy in income. And so maybe you have a child that's a higher incoming earning child and one that's got a lower income. And if you have assets that are divided in multiple tax buckets, like money that's tax deferred from an IRA or a 401k that's tax deferred, Roth money, or brokerage account money, those things do different things upon distribution. And so maybe leaving a bulk of that Roth money that's tax-free to the higher income earner is going to play out from a better tax strategy than leaving more IRA money that's potentially subject to more tax. So when we do our legacy planning, one, we make sure we have beneficiaries that are titled correctly on the accounts and that they are still the correct ones. And then also making sure from a distribution standpoint that the plan is going according to the best thing from income and taxation standpoint in the future.
Absolutely. Excellent point, Aaron. And one other thing I want to add as well is making sure your beneficiaries line up with your robust legacy planning documents. Mm-hmm. For example, we often will find families when we meet them for the first time that their estate planning documents, so their wills, their trusts, power of attorneys, etc., don't line up with their beneficiaries and their accounts. And so building a plan to ensure that your estate documents are working in coordination with everything you have is critically important. A good example, you have listed an individual in a will that's not listed in a beneficiary or in a beneficiary account. You have a very expensive trust that you put a lot of work and thought into that's not funded by anything correctly. And worse, to Aaron's point, beneficiaries, let's say you're charitably inclined, but most of the assets in your trust are going to a charity. Well, have that come out of the IRA because of the tax benefits that are associated with that. So many things to review. Don't get stuck flat-footed in your legacy plan just because you think it's been done correctly. Make sure you have a plan to evaluate that. If you're looking for a fiduciary team to do that with you, please call 800-928-4001 and schedule your complimentary Next Steps meeting. It'll be a 90-minute discussion to walk through your legacy plan, to figure out what can be improved. So how can we improve that plan today? What are some considerations to make it run and sing efficiently tomorrow? And if we partner together, what are some of the things we're going to provide long-term to make that legacy plan work? And again, also, new to the block, our trust division, the Financial Enhancement Group Trust Services Division is in full function. So if you're looking for a fiduciary that can help you manage the expectation and the actual distance of a legacy plan correctly, we now have a team that can do that, and we can save those Christmases and Thanksgivings and take on the liability from your children. So again, 800-928-4001 for deeper questions on that. You can also look us up at yourlifeafterwork.com. And if you have specific questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at talktofeg@yourlifeafterwork.com or scan that QR code. Thank you again for spending time with us. Thank you for being here. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and we'll see you again soon.